Are you always trying to gain a competitive advantage? So I recently had a day I was at an event hanging out with one of my buddies. His name's John. I'll tag him in this video. I guess it'd be up here. And John is a former Navy SEAL and he served our country well. And he kind of does what I do, where he does speaking as well on grit and kind of the journey he went through as a Navy SEAL. And he's an amazing speaker. And John and I were hanging out and we were shooting the bull. And, I told him, I said, I use Alpha Brain, which Joe Rogan, pushes, things to try and help me gain a competitive advantage. And he said, I do the same thing. And started talking and I realized that great people are always looking for a competitive advantage. And Navy SEALs are some of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. And the Navy SEALs go out and they're looking for a competitive advantage. Is there things you can do that make your gunfire better? Are there ways you can train that you build better muscle memory? Are there things you can do to have an advantage on the battlefield? I think it's awesome. So now I ask each one of you, what are you doing to gain a competitive advantage in the sales field, in the equipment world, in the construction equipment world? What are you doing right now? What things, what resources, what things are you changing to gain a competitive advantage? And it's crazy to me because organizations say, well, we do the same thing every year. We train the same way. We use the same apps. The only thing we change is we buy newer equipment. And in which case, if you're not gaining a competitive advantage, you're falling behind because somebody else, they are gaining competitive advantage and they're gaining it on you. Now, nobody wants to hear that, but I watch sales reps and some of them are like, man, I try and do this and I try and do this and I went to this and I learned from this and I've got this in my perfect. And then I jump in with other sales reps and I say, hey, what are you doing to gain a competitive advantage? And they said, well, my branch, they hired another driver. I didn't say, what is your branch doing for a competitive advantage? I said, you as a salesperson, you as an organization, what are you doing to up your skills? Make you the next level. Hope that helps you. I'm going to let that one just sink in. I'm not going to put an exclamation point on the end of it. But you might want to start thinking like a Navy SEAL or other successful people, and you might want to go out and look at what's giving you a competitive advantage. Because if you ain't doing it, you're being left behind. Appreciate y'all watching. Have an amazing day. Go out and sell like the beastess that you are. Get the best out of your day and stop for 5 minutes at the end of the day and ask yourself, what am I doing to gaining a competitive advantage over the market? Have a great day.